Attention mall customers, it has come to our attention that a creature with no bound form has infiltrated our mall. At this time, we recommend you trust no one and arm yourself at your convenience. All exits have been sealed. Thank you for shopping at the Carpenter Mall.
Hey everyone, today we are talking about The Mall by Goblin Archives. The Mall is another supplement for liminal horror, a great horror system that I've talked about many times at this point and is truly, honestly, one of my favorite new horror systems out there. Go on, check it out, go check out my reviews, you are not going to regret it. But really, out of everything I've covered with liminal horror so far, this is absolutely my favorite supplement. When you play this supplement, you are going to be playing as people in the mall in the 90s. Maybe you are a worker there, maybe you're just hanging out at the mall being a mall rat, or maybe you are just there for your own reasons. Well, because this is a liminal horror game, don't you worry, everything is going to go completely wrong in the best way possible, obviously. There are a couple things that I really like about this supplement, and I mean, the first thing is obviously the setting. A mall in the 90s, first of all, hits me with a nostalgia wave, but also is just like this perfect place to do modern horror, in my opinion, especially when this supplement takes a lot of inspiration from John Carpenter. I mean, The Mall isn't Carpenter, it's not there. This is The Mall meets The Thing, which is, I think, brilliant. I mean, I love The Thing. I can't think of anything better of doing the blood test in front of an Auntie Anne's. I think that's really fun. Along with not just the aesthetics of the mall, it also gives you a lot of control as a person running this to throw a lot of NPCs into the situation. I mean, if there's a lot of people at the mall and it phases in and out of reality sometimes, and half the people are being replaced with some type of alien creature, but you don't know who they're being replaced by, and there's a lot of mall goers, that's just the perfect mixture of things to tell a very fun and very compelling horror story set in this wasteland of a mall. Another thing I really like is the influences. I already talked about The Thing being a big influence for the supplement, but you can also tell that it's also pulling influence from a lot of different Eldritch style horror stories and just general weirdness. This is going to be a weird trip for your players and you running it, especially with a liminal horror system. There's going to be some wild stuff happening. I mean, there might or might not be a cult within this mall, and I mean, is the mall in reality or is it not? These are all things you are going to find out while you play the supplement, and I think it does it really well. The last thing that I think really brings this supplement together, and is honestly my favorite thing in the mall, is the whisper cards. Whisper cards are this mechanic that they put into the supplement that you give the players whenever a big event happens, and these whisper cards kind of give the players a direction to take their character, and also it tells them if they're being replaced or not. So the more whisper cards that happen, the more chance that someone's going to get replaced, which is the whole thing in the mall. It's truly fantastic. Personally, I have run horror games before, like Call of Cthulhu and stuff, where we're at a table and something like someone being replaced happens, and it's kind of very obvious when you have to slide a piece of paper or text someone at the table and you see them respond. It's like, okay, something's going on. I mean, and if you're at a good table, no one's going to use that information for the game. But with these whisper cards being built into the actual setting, into the actual supplement, it kind of adds more of a mystery to it. Getting a whisper card is normal, so when the whisper card comes and says you have been replaced, it's not going to be that obvious, which I love. I think it's a really smart and really genius idea in this supplement. If you want to pick up the mall, which like I said, I highly recommend, you can head over to Goblin Archives itch.io page. There you can purchase a digital version of the mall, but it also has a link to Exalted Funeral where you can buy a physical copy of the mall, which the artwork in this book I didn't talk about yet is pretty great, and I think really holds it all together, and it is something that I would totally want to own physically. Along with that, if you want to see how the mall is actually played in an actual play, head over to the Carrying Comfort YouTube channel, in which they have an actual play, so go check it out. And that is it. I'm gonna go pick up a fresh pretzel from all by my house. If you don't hear from me, who knows what happened. I'll see you later.